This is not good. Hey everyone, it's me, I'm Jane. Yeah, I know the sun is reflecting. It's pretty annoying. I didn't even clock that. So yeah, as you can see, today I will start the Bible of the month. Yay! Okay, so this is something else apart from K-pop and J-pop and anime and video games and stuff that I love to do. Oh yeah, and performing arts, which I do daily. Yeah. So as I said in one of my videos that I will be starting off with Proverbs. So Proverbs is mainly to aim for the young people. I understand. I know that people won't like it because they don't believe in that and it's man-made. How would you know if it's man-made? Did you even try to read what it's all about? Anyways, yeah, apart from that, yeah. So these things like this, like Proverbs, as you know, it was written by King Solomon, the son of King David. Yeah. So as you know, a lot of people know who King Solomon is. If you don't know, then I'll just briefly kind of narrow it down, uh, narrow it down just to let you know who he is. So King Solomon is basically who was once the Jewish king of Israel many, many years ago, obviously, duh. So he was known as to be the wise person. Why? Because he used to give advice to the young people, to the youth, to this world, to youth for when they grow up, when the young person from childhood to when they grow up into teenagers and teenagers become into their manhood. Once they become in their teens, that's where Proverbs comes in into our lives, mainly because there's going to be a lot of temptations. There's a lot of things that the world offers, and sometimes we think it's good, and sometimes a majority of it is not good. So yeah, so shall we start? Okay. So this is going to be Proverbs part 1, chapter per. How can I say this? Proverbs chapter 1, first chapter. If I can put it more easily, Proverbs first chapter, part 1. Mainly because it has kind of, yeah, I would just put. So, anyway, so let's start from the purpose of Proverbs. So this is an introduction. So from I'll just do introduction of it, and then after the introduction, let's go into the one of the first parts. So okay, so let's start. So okay, this is what it said. The purpose of Proverbs. The Proverbs of Solomon, son of David, king of Israel, for gaining wisdom and being instructed, for understanding insightful sayings, for receiving wise instruction in righteousness, justice, and integrity, for teaching shrewdness to the inexperienced. So that is basically us. Well, not young people. Knowledge and discretion to a young man. A wise man will listen and increase his learning, and a discerning man will obtain guidance. For understanding a proverb or a parable, the words of the wise and their riddles. The fear of the Lord, the fear of the Lord, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and instruction. So yeah, so this is a very, very interesting introduction and very clear what this Proverbs is all about. So yeah, it's very, very interesting to get this narrowed down. So let's start now. Now we've gone into the introduction of Proverbs. Now let's start reading the first advice of King Solomon. So if you don't know who King Solomon is, I just already said it earlier in the video just now, so you can put that on repeat. So yeah. So this title is called Avoid the Path of the Violent. Listen, my son, to your father's instruction, and don't reject your mother's teaching, for they will be garland of grace on your head, and a gold chain around your neck. My sons, if sinners entice you, don't be persuaded. If they say, "Come with us, let's set an ambush and kill someone. Let's attack some innocent person just for fun. Let's swallow them alive like shoal." For those who don't know what shoal is basically another terms of saying hell, or yeah, so yeah. Still healthy as they go down to the pit. We'll find all kinds of valuable property and fill our houses with plunder. Throw in your lot with us, and we'll all share our money. My son, don't travel that road with them, or set foot on their path, because their feet run towards trouble, and they hurry to commit murder. It is foolish to spread a net where any bird can see it, but they can set an ambush to kill themselves. They attack their own lives. Such are the paths of all who pursue gain dishonesty. It takes the lives of those who profit from it. Which usually, when after you finish it, we usually say amen. So I'm not going to say amen. I'm just say finito. Finito. Part 1 done. So yeah. So this is mainly for young people. When what kind of company it can lead to, what kind of friends you hang out with. So if you have a friend that is in a gang, or just entered in a gang, it's better off if you back off, or you try to save a friend to go any further to hang out with those kind of people. I mean, it's funny, very funny, because this is like more than 2,000 years ago. This teaching and this advice was given, and till today you can still see a lot of gangs killing each other, killing a gang killing each other, innocent dying because a gang of people murder them just for fun. And this is also a part of where bullying comes in. I mean, like, people think, oh, bullying, yeah, well, I'm against bullying, if I'll be honest. I'm against it, 100%. I always find it wrong. It's not fair on other people. Like, ugh. Anyway, yeah. Sorry, guys. The sun is very, very sunny. It is really sunny outside today. I was out, so, and I don't want to get into details to what happened this morning, but yeah, we went to church and this and that. I came back. As you can see, my hair is wet. Had a shower. Really awesome. So yeah, so as you can see, you have to be careful. If you're still in school, if you're in primary school, well, not in primary school, but if you're just starting secondary school or high school or whatever, whatnot, or middle school, like in Japan and Korea have, you have to be careful what kind of friends you start to hang out, what kind of friends you associate with, because you don't know what kind of lives they do. Like, I mean, like, yeah, it's kind of confusing, but sometimes, like, yeah, you can become friends with them, but sometimes you have to be double careful what kind of lives they lead. I mean, if they're a gang, that's a serious thing, and being a gang is a serious thing. I mean, here in England, there's a lot of gangs, yeah. The only difference, in America, you guys use guns. Here in England, we don't use guns. They don't use a gun. Either they punch you up and kill you to just leave you dead, or knife. Yeah. The murders that is committed a lot here in England is not guns. is knives, which is known as a knife crime, which America don't use. They use the gun crime. They have the gun crimes here in England. They have the I'm not even a gang. That's really bad, but I'm not even a gang. But I'm just saying we because I live here. I live in England. I breathe. I know the atmosphere that London has, and it's yeah, you know the drill. I mean, like, knife crime is pretty serious. I have seen people bleeding seriously, like severe, like they're losing blood. I mean, like, what a knife can do is pretty insane, pretty crazy. Like, what the hell am I seeing? I mean, like, yeah. So, yeah, if I were you guys, girls, because here in England, it's not just the guys that get into gangs, it's also girls. I know some countries like Latin America and I don't know about America, but mainly like Latin America or Spain and all them countries. When you're a girl, they think that we're like we use catfights, we use claws and pull hair, and that's basically it. If you're here, ouch. Girls do not fight like cats. Girls fight like men. What I mean like men is really insane. It's like unreal. Like they use their fists, they kick you in the face. Of course, they grab your hand, twist it, and then just punch you. It's crazy. It's beyond craziness. Apart from Sharkeisha, she did fight like a man, like a dude. I mean, like she punched up her friend for some misunderstanding. And she didn't get that. She thought she was cheating or being a false friend. But anywho, guys, if I were you, avoid violence, avoid violent friends. Yeah, if you have a mate or a friend that is a violent person, that is into fighting, is into who's pretty twisted, if I might say, because usually people like this kind of people like that is love killing and stuff, is someone that is not right in the head. Something's wrong with them. So yeah, it's pretty deep. Like, I know it sounds pretty harsh saying that they're not right in the head, but it's the truth though. It is the truth. You got to, there is no ifs, there's no buts, there's not anything else to say. There's nothing. There's something wrong with them. Like, and also, as the saying goes, violence don't solve any problem, and that's true. As you can see, if you've seen like J dramas, like such as I've seen as two of them, like Tumbling and Yamada and the Seven Witches, which are both based on the mangas. Obvious, I know there's Oresama Teacher. If you haven't read that, recommend you. Apart from the comedy and the wittiness and the romance that goes on, and a bit of etchiness and harem for some of them. Yeah, they shows what is like to be a delinquent. Why did they become a delinquent? There's always have this big why, and it is explained sometimes. Not something that yeah, as well the process of the chapters goes on while you read it. So as you know, like, it's a perfect example how Kurosaki Mafuyu from Oresama Teacher, how she became a delinquent, and she's a female, dude. She's a female. She's like a boss. Well, she is, because she was the banchao of the group, which is the leader, top leader of a gang, mainly because of her fighting skills. So yeah, on how she became one is like really funny, but at the same time really insane. Like the hell? Okay, so yeah, so if you haven't read it, I don't want to do spoilers, so read it. It's really awesome. It's really good. Same thing with Yamada and the Seven Witches, Tumbling. It's really good. So if you haven't seen the series, I think they only have a live series. If you haven't seen it, it's on drama.net. So drama.net or dramafever.com are the two. Wait, I think it's DramaNet. I prefer DramaNet because DramaNet you can see the Japanese because it's in it is Japanese. If I'll be honest, it's the only one that hasn't been in any hasn't released any anime series or any live action series is Ore-sama Teacher. So you have to read that one. You have to read that one, so it's fine. So yeah, it's just the other two you can watch it on DramaNet. It's really good, really funny, it's really actually it's really hilarious. So it's really good. So yeah, so it shows you how someone who's a delinquent, someone that is a violent person, that likes, or someone who's a big bully, like they like to pick on others and punch them up. I mean, like in America, they pick on someone and they throw in a trash can, like. So wrong. I mean, like, dude, that is so unrealistically wrong. If you're here in England, you will not see that. But anyways, that's in America, so thank God I was born here. So yeah. So those are the things that I understand from this part of the scriptures. It's mainly warning young kids, warning young people that would have friends or wants to make friends, or they're gonna start making friends once they get into a bigger school for bigger kids, and what kind of friends you associated with. So yeah, I think it's a good advice because everything what he said there is just I don't even explain what it just said because it's so clear. It's so freaking clear. Thank God I don't have those kind of friends. When I was like, yeah, as you can see, I'm not that kind of person that likes violence. Violence, bullying people is not my thing. Arguing is even worse. I don't even like to argue. Sometimes I do, but not in a sense where people just end up punching each other. But anyways, that is all, guys. This is end of part 1. So next week on Sunday will be, I think this is going to be the new thing on Sundays. So Sundays is going to be actually no, I said Bible of the month. So yeah, what am I talking about? I've gone crazy. So yeah, I think part 1 first month. So yeah, next week I will do part 2. So obviously by next month would be the second chapter. So the second chapter only got one advice. So yeah, that's all, guys. Thank you very much. I know it's in Spanish, but it's in English Spanish, so it's awesome for me. So guys, it's so awesome speaking with you guys. I love you guys, I really do. Thank you for listening, and make sure to share everyone because they need to know. I mean, if you got kids, if you got siblings, if you got other relatives or friends that are having difficult times with their kids because they're growing up, because they do grow up pretty quick, like I did. I stopped growing when I was 16, so yeah. So please subscribe me. If you do subscribe me, like, guys, I would say thank you to you guys. I would love you even more. So anyways, yeah. I know I talk too much. So remember to comment anything you want to comment about. Just not stupid comments like, oh, I don't believe in this, I don't believe in that. If you don't believe it, it's fair enough. Just don't need to write them down and to everyone to see. So yeah, please follow me on Tumblr. Follow me on Tumblr. Follow me on Twitter, and also like the video, share it, subscribe me. So yeah, thank you everyone. Annyeong everyone. Salam.